Golden Knights Flyers opening face-off sponsored by the Richard Harris Law Firm. And we're underway from T-Mobile Arena as Owen Tippett will gain the line. And now Tomas Hertl takes it back, runs it out to center ice. Keegan Kolasar to play it in. Travis Sanheim to move it around the wall as Noah Hannafin pinches down, throws it on net. Ersson able to make the save. Back up through center, and Mark Stone will send it in. Last three losses by the Flyers have been by 3 goals. They've allowed at least 5 in 5 straight. Game in Buffalo with an upper body injury. Bobby Brink sandwiched on the wall by Ben Hutton. He returns to the Flyer lineup. They went 0-6 without him.
Veteran status down in the AHL.
And here is Megna out high with a wrist shot and a blocker save made by Ersson.
Nice.
He'll bank it out. Denver Barking racing back. Recall by the Flyers right before Christmas. Reinhart centered it, and Holtz couldn't tip it home. Hertl rolling off the end boards. Works his way up high. And he'll lay it off for Korczak. Dangerous play. Konecny on the breakaway. Travis Konecny to the net, and he scores. On the Flyers' first shot of the game, they convert on the turnover. Travis Konecny has made it 1-0.
What the Flyers were looking for, some kind of opening. Given right there, that's a tough puck exchange. And Konecny, their best player overall, in my opinion, made it look easy.
Now, tough turnover for Hertl. Tried to give that to Korczak all year. That's the fewest in the league. Stone has his pass picked up by Matvei Michkov. He'll throw it on net, and Hill scoops it up. Jack Eichel deep in his own end. He'll start it out with Mark Stone and Ivan Barbashev. Dropping it off for Stone. Here's Barbashev, wrist shot, and a save Ersson. Rebound way up in the air. Ersson setting it for Andre. Around the wall, it's Cates with Brink on the move. Into the offensive end, drops it off for Noah Cates. Shot on, turned away by Hill. Marner around for Eichel. Down low, Stone centered it, and Hertl denied by Ersson.
Ersson with a left shoulder save.
Drysdale holding, and drive from Brink. That missed the net. Now shot on, save made by Hill, and he stopped the rebound as Zegras had the chance.
We're talking about rebound control. Well, you got to make the first save first. Get to that position where you're making those routinely.
Here's Theodore for Hannafin. To the Golden Knights with Barbashev and Bowman, Theodore and Hannafin on the 4-on-4. Theodore's wrist shot smothered. And he'll play it around for Eichel. Couple of steps down towards the corner. Out high Marner with some room. Wrist shot off the post. On the stick side of Ersson. Eichel moving it down to Stone. Back to Eichel. Mark Stone with points in 11 in a row. A career best for him. Longest current point streak in the league. Eichel holding it. Backhand feed off the stick of Marner and out of the zone.
The top guys have been going great guns, but they've been getting depth scoring as well. That's why they're leading the league in goals over this span.
Marner feeding it. Hertl will redirect it. Dorofeev and a save Ersson. Bowman strips him with a good stick. Finds Lazinski out high. Wrist shot turned away by Ersson. Like he tripped up Barbashev. On Aiden Hill. So the second period begins, and it's a carryover power play. Off this face-off, Sealer, his wrist shot. That's squeezed by Hill, and he'll hold it.
That's a good save by Aiden Hill.
Laying it out top. Tippett will give and go with Barkey. Here's Sanheim. They're feeding it down for York. Put it out in front. Battered wide by Tippett. Now Emil Andre. Up ahead to Brink. Driving in. His shot. Save Hill. Coming through center. Driving wide on Korczak. He put it on net, and Hill had the hole the short side.
Better rhythm to the Flyers attack. Doesn't matter who it is, when you get caught flat-footed like Caden Korczak did, it's going to lead to a chance on goal. Vegas stayed in the mix in the Pacific. They didn't go long stretches losing in regulation.
Right. Brunstrom's wrist shot blocked wide. Hannafin, lead pass to Holtz. Gains the flyer line. Put it through the legs, works it high to Hannafin. His shot, that's the first save of the period for Ersson. Michkov didn't get it deep. Lozon took it off his stick. Lozon cutting in, drops it for Marner, trying to move his way in. Dvorak broke it up, loose puck, and a save made Ersson. And then Marner with the feed in front, and Lozon on the doorstep with Dorofeev. Dvorak, or rather Zegras trying to keep it in. Hutton clears. Marner with Smith coming. Smith has a step. Backhand denied by Ersson. The Golden Knights had some good chances lately. Zegras up ahead, but just out of the reach initially of Konecny. Now the puck around the boards to Zegras. Sealer lifts it in high, and Eichel with a steal. Has a little bit of room walking in. Pull up against Drysdale, works it low to high, it's Hannafin, long wrist shot, and a blocker save Ersson. Separated in a big way here against Nashville, put up a 7 spot recently against San Jose.
But the swagger can't lead to the casual.
Stone behind the net. Eichel, Marner, Eichel again. And Stone to the goal line extended off to Dorofeev, and a save made by Ersson who came across. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Hurdle gains the line, dishing it off for Stone, whips it across for Eichel. Eichel holding, Hurdle with a tap and he scores! Tomas Hurdle on the redirect, the 20th goal of the season, the 7th time in his career to tie it.
They get it and get it back up the ice all the way across. They get it to the net. Eichel looks everybody off, then puts it to the net, and Tomas Hurdle driving through, tying it up.
Yeah, Tomas Hurdle. The third. Well, the Golden Knights, during this 7-game run, scored 18 goals in the third period and overtime for Philadelphia. To get the Golden Knights, their best stretch of the season. The Flyers in their worst stretch as Hill gloves the wrist shot. Lozon jamming away. Zegras already with 44 points this year. He had 32 all of last season. Wrist shot on, and a save made by Hill. As
already has 13 on the power play.
Theodore towards Stone, picked off by Dvorak. Back the other way comes Konecny. His shot, save Hill. Marner drops it for Eichel. Over 7 minutes it ticked away in the third, and here's Konecny. Look out again. Second breakaway of the game. This one short-handed, and he scores. Travis Konecny has cashed in on 2 breakaways, and he's given Philadelphia the lead.
After Bruce Cassidy visited with Ashley in the second period, that typically goes when they go to the right side. That's usually a pass just inside the blue line to Mark Stone. They took that away, and the pass was forced, and the goal was scored.
Smith, the first one up ice. Holding, looking, feeds it in front to Colasar, and Ersson had to be alert.
Yeah, I think that got...
Golden Knights fourth line looking to go to work. Reinhart, penalty here on the Flyers again. Now pass out in front by Reinhart, and Ersson covers. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. The Golden Knights to the man advantage, down by 1. Send it all the way down, shorthanded. Eichel with just under 30 seconds. Drops it off to Stone. And here's Marner on high. Eichel a drive, save Ersson.
When he's successful, he gets closer to the dot. Watch how far outside the dot he is there. That gives Ersson just a little more time to get there. Well done by Jack to get it on net, but you'd like to see him not fading away quite as much.
Eichel racing up ice, trying to beat the clock. Stone, Marner, walking in, shot, blocked in front, second chance, a scramble, Dorofeev!